Hey, hello, and welcome to the best channel on YouTube. It's Frank Diggity, man. This is Fox News 69. So tonight I want to talk about first. I gotta cover the fact that Deontay Milder, to protect the innocents. I gotta talk about the fact that this dude's a clown on some real shit. Have you ever heard a champion make so many excuses as to why he's not the champion though? Like real talk. The dude was talking about the gloves today when he lost the second fight. He was talking about it was his outfit, his trainer, you know, uh Tyson Fury's gloves, the scam and everything, you know what I'm saying? To me, he just kind of sounded like fake news, Donald Trump rhetoric to me. I mean, it just sounded like you made every excuse in the book for why you didn't win instead of training and then applying what you know, which isn't much. From what I see, dude can't speak very well. He was speaking before he started fighting. So to me, if you start training way later in life to start fighting and you still ain't got speech right, how the fuck are you going to be a good fighter? Get straight up. Excuse my French. I really didn't mean to cuss. But Deontay Milder made me do it. You know, the dude is a joke. Just straight up. So here's another point. You know, like he won the first fight. I'll give it to him. Kudos. Great job, man. Job well done. I've been watching boxing for years. You know, I called this fight before it came on. I already knew. Now watch this clip of him and Tyson Fury about an hour and a half before the fight. And Deontay Wilder was like, yeah, you you ain't gonna be looking at Deontay Wilder. That's funny, man. Tyson Fury, he's on some, what's he talking about, right? Tyson Fury's like, yeah, man, well, who am I gonna be looking at? And then Deontay Milder, excuse me, because he's much milder than the first fight. That's why I'm saying milder. No disrespect. I mean, he's literally way more mild than he was in the first fight, where he had this lion mentality. Like he keeps calling himself a lion. But bro, you seem to be more like a cub in these last two fights. And I'm not saying you wasn't swinging, but you know what, you wasn't slipping the punches. You know, who trained you? I mean, you trying to lean back versus sliding out. You know what I'm saying? Rotating out of the way of this punch that's coming at your face. And I seen at the end of the fight, it was man down, like pants on the ground, bro. You looked real cheesy, man. So he got milder with each encounter of Tyson Fury. So in this little sit down with Tyson Fury, Wilder was speaking first, but that's probably just how they edited the footage. And he was like, hey, man, you ain't going to be looking at Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury's like, yeah. Who am I going to be looking at? He's like, you're going to be looking at the brown bomber or the bronze bomber. You're going to be looking at the brown bomber or whatever, right? So it's like an intimidation factor. That's what he was trying to do, was intimidate Tyson Fury, but he already won. Sometimes in a fight, you win the first fight. Kudos. Good job. The second fight do get your number, man. He figured out how he lost. Next fight, he beats you. Next fight is the same thing, because Deontay Wilder is guilty of not only losing twice now, but getting milder each time. He didn't change his training. He's a one-track dude. He in there throwing them wild rights you could see from 6 miles away, like there was a GPS on this shit. Hey, here it comes, man. You better, you know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. Dude's a lame, man. So Tyson Fury was like, hey, man, let me talk to the other guy. Let me talk to the bronze bomber. It's since I'm not going to see Deontay Wilder in the fight night, you know, that's who you saying I'm going to be witnessing. Tyson checked his ass. He's like, hey, man, let me talk to the other guy right now in this interview. He said, man, he told him, man, it's real. He already had his number from the second fight. He had you pegged after the first fight, and he went back and he referenced that video and how he lost. You got to dodge that one hitter quitter. You got to mean right. You a powerful dude, but you also giving up like 25, damn near 30 pounds to this dude. You came in weighing in at 243 or something. Tyson Fury's like 270, 267. Bro, what are you going to do with that if you haven't changed the way you're fighting the dude? You got worse. You got worse. You didn't go in there wanting it, man. You wasn't hungry, man. Man, that's weak. That's weak, man. You didn't go in there wanting it, man. Or they'd have been raising your hand instead of you hitting the ground. Mouter on the ground, Mouter on the ground. Looking like a fool, Mouter is on the ground. Yeah, man, you look like a straight idiot, man. To me. So Tyson, when Tyson Fury was talking to the boy, it was like I was watching a rap battle or something. You know how they be like, talk to him, talk to him. You gonna get this work. Talk to him, talk to him. Well, you gonna get this work. You gonna get this work. You gonna get this work. You feel me? And Tyson Fury said to Wilder, in that little sit down, he said, you already lost. You hear what you're saying? You already lost. You already lost because of what you're saying. I'm not going to see you. Deontay Wilder. I'm not going to see you. No, Deontay Wilder in this case, because I'm not going to see you. You're right. You're going to be a whole nother character. Like my YouTube, I'm subscribed to. What's the dude? Man, I forget right away. But he always be like, this ain't no cocaine. New character unlocked. You feel me? That so he thinks he's transforming and becoming somebody else, but you a clown, bro. You know, that really don't happen in real life, idiot. You know what happens is you got to dig deep in the training. Ain't no way you powering up in the middle of no fight after you've been exhausted unless you really got that lion in you. And you got to train that thought. You got to train that thought. It just don't appear like all of a sudden I'm a champion again and oh man, here comes a right. Well, if it can see it coming, he can get out of the way, slip the punch and come back and combo your ass. Excuse my friend. That's what he did though. Then he kept laying on you. He was tired too. But it was a strategy, man. You went in there playing chess or checkers. And he was playing chess already. You could tell that from the last fight. Tyson Fury wasn't playing with you, bro. And then you went in there with this Mickey Mouse conversation in that little interview saying, you know, you went in there with that Mickey Mouse conversation talking about, you know, you ain't going to see Deontay Wilder. You ain't going to see him. Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Yeah, because his whole plot, his whole thing was he going to have you laying on that ground, bro. He ain't see you when he swung. You didn't duck. You got stuck. Then you on the ground and Wilder's looking at, he can see the other side of the ocean, man. You wasn't there. You wasn't in his view, his vantage point. And it took you out again, man. You wasn't prepared. You wasn't prepared for the fight, man. You wasn't prepared for the fight, man. You was making excuses just like Donald Trump did before he ever lost the election. That's kind of how you could tell he was going to lose it. He didn't even have it in his mind. He was really going to win. He didn't have a mindset of, you know, you didn't have a plan. You was just running. You didn't have a plan. That's why he lost. So there was like 76% of people, they did this poll. It was on YouTube on, I forget whose page it was. I was watching the fight as he was commentating it. And you could see a little piece and glimpse of the fight. All I had to do was hear it. I didn't have to see it. All I heard was right from Tyson. Another right from Tyson. Another right from Tyson. An uppercut. Another right from Tyson. Oh, good jab, Tyson. That's all you kept hearing. And then you would hear Deontay Wilder. There goes a right. Oh, he connected. That was a good one. Then the next thing you hear is he's telegraphing. Although he didn't use that word, that was the commentating the fight. He didn't use that word. He, you know, that's me. That's Fox News 69. That's Frank Diggity, man. That's ridiculous as fuck, man. Yeah, man, but he was telegraphing. He was leaning back in the fight instead of circling out. You know what I'm saying? Slipping the punch. You just didn't prepare to be a champion, because you got to prepare to be a champion, man. Yeah, man, you got to prepare to be a champion, man. So, yeah, man. I really don't know what to say. I mean, Wilder to Milder. You should have been throwing that punch, a jab in front of that punch, like the second fight where you thought you took him out and you landed and he fell. You hit him twice. He went to the canvas, got up on that 9 count. He was up on his feet, ready to go. Took you straight out, bro. You was celebrating, man. You was celebrating. Hands in the air like a big ape, man, in the jungle. You thought it was over. That's why you ended up losing. You was celebrating early. That boy came to fight all night, bro. Till that ding, 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 ding. The fight was over, or until you dropped on that canvas. That's the difference in a champion and a person who just stepped in the ring like you was in a sparring match. And I'm going to watch the fight. I heard the commentating, but like I said, man, I know fighting. I called that before the fight even took off. I already called it, man. You can see from what I was posting on my Facebook that I already knew dude was going to lose. You know, I'm not pro-black. I'm not pro-right, white. I'm pro what's right. You feel me? So this has nothing to do with color. It has to do with preparation and knowing your opponent. And then also, here's a point that I haven't brought up. Preparation, knowing your opponent, and then getting in there and getting the job done for what you train for. You implement what you train for. But it seems to me somebody's seen that you had a bomber and said, man, I'll take my chances with putting this dude in the ring. He knocks out a couple people, you know, some amateurs, obviously, not to take nothing away from him. Dude is a champion, ex-champion, but he's a one-hit wonder. Like he does music or something. He's a one-hit wonder, man. So, you know, if that one punch doesn't land, what else you got in your arsenal, man? You gonna go into get in the shootout with one bullet? Because that's what it looked like. You got that one hand, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? If that's gone, if you can take that away, now you fighting one-handed, because, you know, there ain't too many people ambidextrous with their hands. So, you know, what was you going to do at that point? Once that other hand's just, let's say we took his whole arm off. What you going to do with the other one? Not much. That's not your power hand. So you're not ambidextrous with both hands, you know. So it wasn't like it was an MMA match and you got your knees, your kicks, and you know what I'm saying, and elbows, and you know what I'm saying, arm bars and chokes, slams. Yeah, man, you ain't got all that, man. You was a one-hit wonder, bro. Like you had one song, a double CD, 30 songs, and everything else flopped except for one. That's what you look like in these last 2 fights. And even the first, I have to give it to you, man. You got one hit. If it don't land, you ain't no champion. You didn't go in there with much to bet on. And I've seen 70+% of people. It was over 75%, 76 or something. I've seen 76% of people riding with you. But you know what? At that point, I gotta be like, man, those are idiots. You know why? I know fighting. I've seen so many greats fight. I've been into martial arts myself, so I know about striking. I know about slipping the punch. I done fought enough. I'm more than a one-hit wonder. I will lay people out with one hit, but at the same time, that's not all I'm dependent on. I'm trying to use elbows. I'm trying to use knees. I'm trying to use arm locks and arm bars and kicks, oblique kicks and all that. Spinning back kicks and all that. Roundhouses, all that. High kicks, all that. Side kicks. Man, come on. Heel kicks. Using my palm and all that. You went in there with one move. How you gonna be a choreographer, dancer, and you got one move? How many people you think you gonna get to sign up for your class? Please tell me. How long do you think your career is gonna last in that field? If you got one move, you done mastered that motherfucker. Boy, you slick as hell. Boy, you done mastered. Boy, look at me. Boy. boy, look what I could do, man. That's what you look like. A mental midget, man. You 243, but you this big, man, for real. You almost got it, man. You almost got it, man. But you sad, man, to me, from knowing many greats. I know Chris Lights Out Lytle, Joe Hutchison. You know what I'm saying? Boxer and MMA fighter. I know Joe, been knowing him 30 years. He fought Arturo Gatti and Hector Camacho Jr. on paid TV. So look up those fights. Joe Hutchison, Hector Camacho Jr. Look up Arturo Gatti. Look him up. Arturo's famous, man, but he's dead. Rest in peace. Allegedly, his wife is under investigation for sneaky stuff, but he's dead. You can Google the story. It's on YouTube right here. My home. I'm on it every day, just not live. But I'm telling you now, Deontay Wilder, your career is done. They call it a trilogy.